In the heart of Shanghai, the neighborhood parks come alive every afternoon. The sound of instruments echo between the trees, familiar melodies played by the elderly musicians who gather here every day. These melodies flow through the park, forming stories of a lifetime. Living with my grandma in Shanghai, I became more sensitive of the elderly groups and how they're often neglected by the society and the youth. Watching the way the musicians play, I began to notice the rhythms of their lives. Many of them never had the chance to formally study music. They learned on their own later in life, guided by passion alone. What if we could create something together? Something that is more than a song, but compose a piece that will carry their voices beyond the park. That idea became the starting point of our project. My partner and I visited 2 or 3 different parks to meet musicians. Each encounter left a mark. There was a trumpet player who had always loved music, but could not afford lessons when he was young. Only in retirement did he teach himself to play, practicing every evening. All of his friends called the trumpet his second wife. There was a physics professor from a nearby university who spent weekends in the park, setting aside equations for his piano. And there was also a clarinetist who had worked in cultural institutions all his life, composing for decades and even winning awards. These conversations showed us that music lives in every corner of the community, not as profession, but as passion. Eventually, we connected with an ensemble in the Heping Park, the group where the clarinetist played. We first heard of them rehearsing in a pavilion, a wooden structure where song lingers in the air. We walked up to listen, and from that moment, a collaboration between generations began. We started with research. Many of the ensemble members preferred pentatonic melodies, which reflect Chinese folk tradition. So we studied how pentatonic lines can be expanded through sequence, rhythm, and variation, and compared this with the Western techniques. This gave us a shared vocabulary. They suggested motifs in the pentatonic scale, and we helped shape them into larger forms. Little by little, these fragments grew into a piece. Because the ensemble included both Chinese and Western instruments, the score became kind of a hybrid. For me, it was also a new discovery, learning how Chinese folk instruments would interact with the Western harmonies. Rehearsals were full of energy. In the pavilion, music spilled out into the park as passers-by stopped to listen. The ensemble tried different phrasings, laughed over missed entrances, and debated about the dynamics. They were not professional musicians, but their devotion was unmistakable. Many of them came straight from their day jobs or family duties, carrying their instruments as if carrying a part of themselves. At last, the piece was finished. The ensemble suggested a name, the pavilion. For them and for us, the name carried the warmth of the community and the strength that the music gave us, no matter what generation we are. After the performance, we also held a small interview with the elderly musicians in the band.
这乐队呢是已经1年多了，1年多了。原来是 我们这个最早的是他吹笛子，一吹笛子引来了一大批人，引来了一大批人。我是后面进来的，我听他的笛子吹得这么好，我也来听听，一起一聊，大家有共同的，搞音乐的人都有共同的，所以我们从这个时间开始占领了这个地方，就是这个地方，听声音的人有，走过来看看人有，实际上无形中就是我的家，四方亭是我的家，所以你们给这个曲子取一个四方亭，我很满意，我很满意。这个事情是这个凑，这个有缘就会凑合。
Elderly musicians also started to share about their stories with music with us.
我会吉他，长笛
弹吉他是我也很上我的家，有弹一手好。
老前辈，
我是一辈子搞音乐，就是文化大革命的时候，大革命以后，69年宁波成立京剧团了，宁波成立京剧团是69年，筹备是69年，正式成立是70年就成立京剧团，我是进去。我是从农村调上来的，这个时候人家是大批的自农啊，自编啊，我农啊，是吧？这个也我是一生的机遇。
As I listened to his words, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I realized that our project was also about opportunity. For them, it's an opportunity to share their stories with us. And for me, it was an opportunity to step outside of the classroom, to see music not only as art, but as bridges, connecting generations, carrying memories, and creating communities. In the end, our song, The Pavilion, became more than just a melody. It became a testament to resilience, to passion, and to the simple truth that music can always connect people together.